Welcome to Poetry Jam, the program that combines poetry with visuals and sound to enrapture, capture, build, and fracture your imagination. Some poems have something to say, others are merely stories for listening pleasure and inspirational measure. I am your eponymous host, reader, and author, Saint Stephen. On today's program, a theme of light and dark, being used for a metaphor of purpose, a dream sequence, and leaving a city behind in a mind-melding way. These poems are Swallowed by the Sound, Shadowlight, and Upside Down City. Enjoy. Staring into the crashing waves of the rocky shore below, the foaming waters mix, merge, and sway. The ebbing whites seem to create a microcosmic night and day, enveloping old black stone before seeping into the earth. The contrast is as pure as nature generously gives. Ocean blues are on the horizon, distant as a liquid white dawn roars in rushing sound, leaving serenity in its powerful wake. The walls of the cliff, as if untouched by light, rise so far that light and color seem of miraculous touch. Jagged edges bounce light slowly into the surf. How many years it must be for the rocks of this quarry to succumb roundly to this pulse of water that never gives in, retreating but for a moment so it can push slowly forward, eroding to reveal places it has never been. This place where time is firmly in place, but running still, is escape from all that is shrill. In the search for meaning, sometimes the soothing rhythm of crashing waves soaking into the ground is all that is needed to know that in every high and every low, that without purpose the wave of life is swallowed by the sound. Of light and dark, it must be said of this hideaway place, if color and colliding reflection can thrive in this space, that finding freedom in the limits of life are its saving grace. Clouds in the darkness, fog in the black pitch of night. Somehow mist billows in this moment absent of sight. There is no tunnel with light up ahead. Breath is not solidifying in front of my eyes. The night is not cold. The rolling steam is wondrously constant, folding forward in motion, leaving me to consider if I am alive or with finality dormant. Stepping forward, the sheer wet of all I can feel and see begins to part away from me. In this deepening void instead of space without sense, there is no time to think of anxious dread, as dark curtains peel back to let the moon peek through instead. The damp mist that was around my feet and was my light has dissipated as the celestial body makes shadows bright. The moon appears to move gently and pulls my vision in. It seems to softly beckon in this dreamy dark, not realizing I have begun to move closer, as if one foot is grounded and one is in this void. The parting shadows and patchy light give way to an up-close miniature, rotating in and out of sight. I am dazed and dazzled at what cannot be. The moon appears small enough that my hands seem big enough to grasp it as if by deity. porous dimples and dark spots seem close enough to trace across my fingers. My mind feels as though it is pinching itself in awe, excitement. This world of space and endless vision is leaping off the page at me. Lost in a city square, the shadows hiding sharply from the sun make her painfully desire the life outside concrete cultures. Quickly pacing through life left her struggling to scramble for peace of mind. She would give anything to stop herself from settling into a crosswalk of slowly going or speedily slamming into a wall. So she jumped gracefully into the rays of light above the tops of the jungle of wood, pavement, and stone. Her world flipped upside down and right side up. She stretched out her arm back to the busy skyline above, releasing her umbrella so she could look down like a dove as patient peace and silent sweeps filled her heart. Passing wind slows her descent, lifting her legs as though the letters in her leggings had written a dance in delight, while the sun shone true from her back to display the calling of rolling country below. Hot air balloons fill the sky below the upside-down city, seemingly to welcome one of their own. The flames of this crowd almost appear to keep the city from falling to the earth below. She's ready to touch down in this natural land that feels like home. Constant busyness, taxis, and commotion disappear in the land of tall trees, endless fields, and still waters